Welcome to Tickle Your R.O.I, where we look at the marketing questions and challenges facing businesses and offer possible solutions and relevant insights. In this episode, we'll continue our journey through the world of franchise ownership and franchise marketing and explore some ways of leveraging the power of the franchise network for marketing success. We'll talk about how you can build and access franchise networks, the ins and outs of leveraging those relationships, and then look at some ideas for franchise cross-promotion and collaboration. Let's start, as we so often do, with our bottom line up front. One of the biggest benefits of franchise ownership is the access to the franchise network and the relationships it offers. These relationships aren't just with other franchise owners, but also with vendors, suppliers, entertainers, potential employees, and so much more. By building meaningful connections throughout that network and establishing reciprocal relationships with them, the entire network community can benefit. Marketing cross-promotion and collaboration can augment marketing and branding efforts for every business involved, while providing great opportunities to expand audience engagement. Got all that? Good, let's begin. In order to leverage your franchise network, first we need a franchise network. The built-in support offered by the parent brand is one of the reasons so many entrepreneurs are choosing franchise ownership. This innate series of connections includes the foundation of your franchise network. It can be as simple as just reaching out to other franchise owners throughout your region and introducing yourself. A simple hello email can be enough to get the ball rolling. Now they know you're out there, that you're interested in connecting, and that you may be able to work towards similar and mutually beneficial goals. A cold visit to another franchise is definitely an option, but make sure to keep things professional. You don't want to come off like you're there to poach customers, employees, or otherwise impede their business. Meet the manager or owner, exchange contact information, and maybe grab a coffee and talk a bit more if they have the time. You're starting a new professional relationship, and it's much easier to get things off on the right foot than it is to repair a relationship that has gone off the rails. Local networking events for business professionals and entrepreneurs are another great option for expanding your franchise network. We do recommend that you establish relationships with other franchise owners within the same parent brand first and get a feel for their place in the broader business community. Again, you don't want to inadvertently step on any toes within your potential franchise network, especially if you're new to the area or new to business ownership. As with all marketing events, make sure you are walking into a networking mixer prepared. Have business cards with you, be in the right headspace to talk with other business professionals, and don't be afraid to start the conversation. Above all else, make sure you leave space for other people to talk. You want to hear what they have to say, what they have to offer, and you want them to not only remember your pitch, but also remember you as a good listener and potential collaborator. Remember that in order to get the most out of these relationships, they need to be reciprocal, and that starts with the first impression. Collect business cards and other contact information, and after you leave the event, take a moment to jot down notes, impressions, and potential ideas for and about the people you met. Follow-up emails are a good idea. Just plant the seeds of future collaborations early on and reap them later. As you build and develop your franchise network, you can start to leverage those relationships for mutual benefit and the growth of your business. One of the near-term benefits for a new franchise is the potential connections with vendors, maintenance professionals, entertainers, and other merchants who provide necessary services for your franchise location. Just getting a list of reliable people and businesses and their contact information is a great start. A direct introduction and all of the potential benefits that it brings can be even better. While you'll always need to work within the constraints of your franchise agreement, and in compliance with all applicable laws, you may find that working with a set list of vendors and in cooperation with other franchise owners opens the door to money-saving group buys. The basic idea is simple enough. A group of franchise owners makes a bulk purchase for a lower overall cost and then distributes that purchase between their businesses. This benefits all parties, including the vendor, due to the money savings and the volume of the purchase itself. For new franchise owners and new franchises, the discount prices can provide some welcome leeway in the budget at a critical time in the life of their businesses. Group buys aren't necessarily limited to physical purchases. You can leverage similar tactics for facilities maintenance, fleet maintenance, entertainment, or other services. The only limits are the collective imaginations of your network and, of course, applicable laws and regulations. The idea is to create agreements that benefit all parties involved and are sustainable and scalable as the party businesses develop. While everything we've discussed so far has contained elements of marketing and branding, let's get into the nitty-gritty and discuss how your franchise network opens the door to cross-promotions and collaborative marketing. This is the fun part, because cross-promotions can involve some of the most engaging and lively marketing techniques available to most businesses, as well as providing a flexible and cost-effective way to engage with marketing trends. Contemporary marketing and meme culture have created some fun and accessible examples. We've all seen the online memes about so-called sign wars between neighboring businesses. By posting a witty back-and-forth exchange on their roadside marquees, all businesses involved got additional consumer attention. The humor and banter of a well-done sign war creates a sense of engagement for the audience. It draws them in, helps them feel involved, and makes them more likely to visit any and all of the businesses involved. Of course, this is just one trending example. A more conventional one might be hosting an event at one or more locations. Exactly what kind of events you choose will depend on the franchises involved, but easy examples include live entertainment rotating between locations, coordinated and interconnected food and drink specials, educational or community outreach events, or fundraisers for a local charity or other good cause. Fundraisers are especially effective. They make it easy to get media attention while also allowing you to connect directly with new clients or customers and new audiences during the event itself. The right fundraiser can also build goodwill and develop your brand position in a positive and community-oriented direction. This is a real benefit for any business regardless of industry or location, so don't neglect this possible cross-promotion idea. For our last point of discussion this week, let's talk about some ways to ensure that your franchise network. Relationships and cross-promotions work well for all concerned. Every network is different, so you'll need to read the room and tailor your collective activities to suit your shared needs. But these are general tips that apply to most situations. Transparency and clarity are important in all business relationships, and when planning a cross-promotion or other franchise network activity, you'll need to ensure that everyone is on the same page. Clear, detailed discussions, a written plan of action, and open avenues of communication are some of the best ways to accomplish this. You'll want to have a plan that all involved have discussed, reviewed, and then agreed to. This doesn't need to be a formal contract per se, but a memorandum of understanding is a good tool for making sure there's a shared concrete understanding of how things are going to go. Moving forward from that starting point, you'll also want to ensure that all parties have shared, trackable metrics for success. These can be financial, how much money did we make, or they can be measured in terms of audience growth and engagement. Different promotions have different goals, and you can set yours as you need to. The important thing is to have objectives to hit and a way of measuring success. Those plans need to be written down, regularly updated, and honestly reviewed when all is said and done. It's okay if everything doesn't go perfectly, but by writing it all down, and keeping track of it, you'll not only be able to measure success, but also learn from what happens and make improvements in the future. As digital marketing experts, we'd be remiss if we didn't remind you that cross-pollinating your social media audiences is one of the many benefits of a cross-promotion or collaborative marketing event. It's also a fairly easy ROI to track. You can see how the audience changes and even track which individual audience members engage with new accounts if you choose. You don't need to get that granular with it, however. Ensuring that every business involved in your cross-promotion is sharing and supporting each other's social media effort and then tracking the results is enough. Growing your audience leads both directly and indirectly to growing your sales. So it's worth taking the time to build digital cross-pollination into your plan and track the results. This episode has approached the topic of franchise networks and cross-promotion from a diverse array of angles. So thank you for exploring these topics with us. We hope that this has given you some ideas to empower both your franchise and your franchise network to move forward and make the most out of the relationships you've created or will create. Your franchise network will evolve with your business, and by building a solid foundation, now you'll save time and energy later on while setting yourself up for success. Don't forget that the world of marketing is complex and evolving, so we'll continue to explore it in future podcasts. Please click follow in order to receive notifications about upcoming episodes. In the meantime, if you have any further questions, visit our website at www.wahadesign.com, check out our social media, or reach out to us at info@wahadesign.com for questions, business queries, or topic suggestions. This has been Tickle Your R.O.I. with Blake Baxendall, and we'll see you next time.